1800s, when the FA's top brass were sick of getting pumped by Scotland every time they played them. As a result, a man called Nicholas Lane Jackson set up an amateur side which would bring in the best players who could all play for the national side. And it worked. It wasn't long before England were dominating the international fixtures they played, and it was largely down to Corinthians. In fact, in 1894 and 1895, they played consecutive games where Corinthians provided the entire England 11. But the thing is, the players refused to play professional football. They didn't believe in it. They wanted to spread the values of sportsmanship, competition, and played for the love of the game. It also helped that most of the players were Oxbridge graduates who didn't need the money. But instead of entering the league and cup competitions, they played exhibition football and toured the world, bringing the beautiful game with them. And it was this which spread the game throughout the world and made it so popular. Most famously, in 1910, they travelled to Brazil. And the locals in Sao Paulo were so impressed, they started their own team under the same name. Yes, the same Corinthians who won the FIFA Club World Cup in 2021, one of the biggest football teams in Brazil. Now, they were global superstars, and despite not being professional, Corinthians drew in the crowds. Everybody wanted to play them, everybody wanted to watch them. So much so, they regularly played the winners of the FA Cup in what eventually became the Community Shield, winning most of the time. They actually inflicted Manchester United's worst defeat, 11-3, a record which still stands to this day. Now, fast forward to today, Corinthian casuals still don't pay their staff or players. The ethos of sportsmanship is still at the heart of everything that they do. And even though they're a side in the lower leagues, if you make the trip to King George's Field in Tolworth just off the A3, you'll most likely bump into Brazilian Corinthians fans who often make the pilgrimage across the globe just to watch their founding team play.
Well, hello there. Good morning. Oh, happy Friday to you. Yes, you made it. You made it through the working week to a sunny weekend. Early sports breakfast here on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn. It's good to be with you. We've got lots to come up in the next hour. Derek McInnes is on the screen just now. Rangers fans, we need to hear from you this morning. That result last night at Ibrox out of Europe. We'll get into that in detail and build up to the return of EFL live football from the Championship returns to the talkSPORT network tonight. Very much so looking forward to that. And of course, to take you into your weekend in safe hands, it's Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour on talkSPORT Breakfast at 6 o'clock this morning. Very much so looking forward to that. Listen, there's a lovely clip going around online today of our Rodri, Man City's Rodri. World Cup winner, Ballon d'Or winner. He's won every trophy I think there is to win. And your man's flying Ryanair. He's one of us. He is one of us. Where have you spotted a celebrity doing something normal? Have you ever seen one on a plane? You can share your stories with us, 81089 03717 223344, to have your say on the early sports breakfast on talkSPORT. Good morning. So how are you getting on? How's your week been? It's been a bit of a weird week, honestly. I couldn't tell you what day it is. I know it is Friday the 14th of August because the screen's in front of me right now, but I'm at that stage of life in the summer holidays where you could be anyone, you could be anything, but we're just kind of losing our minds now with the kids being off for such a long time. I mean, it's lovely, they're absolutely great, but Jesus, give a break, man, give a break. I actually have been treated to a really lovely week here at talkSPORT because on Wednesday I was with Ben Foster and he was brilliant, and then yesterday I was with Steve Bruce, the legendary Steve Bruce, and guys, I'm in love. He is, without a doubt. I mean, I know he's probably not if he lost it at you, right? But he's so cute. That actually kills me. Him and his wife have been together since they were at school. Isn't that amazing? I'm looking at producer Henry. Aye, you wish, pal. You wish you had a bird at school. He still doesn't now. Okay, let's move on to the back pages. There's a lot of focus on Enzo Fernandez. What on earth is going on here? Chelsea have until 5 o'clock tonight, or Ben Jacobs has been reporting this, to get the business done. If City want to come in, they've got this deadline now of 5 o'clock to get him from Chelsea. That's back page of the Sun this morning, looking at the Times. Michael Carrick, Manchester United head coach, saying we need signings. So we'll get into that in a little bit of detail very, very soon. Now, Rangers fans waking up this morning, you want to just turn off that alarm and go back to sleep. A bad result last night once again. Derek McInnes' start as Rangers boss has gone from bad to worse, knocked out of the Europa League by Polish side Jagiellonia Białystok. McInnes, speaking after the game, said he could not believe what he saw at Ibrox.
Once again, it's not another 90-minute performance. That's been aimed at Rangers for a while now. Last season I think it was aimed at strong 45 minutes, wasn't followed up. Are just playing in stages and playing in parts of the game, and we have to be honest, it's been a continuation of that this season already. In the 4 games we've played, we've had some good moments, but it's not been good enough, and certainly not a strong enough 90-minute performance. And I think we need to be honest, the club's built for Europa League and Champions League, and that's the intention to get there, but I'm not sure the team's quite ready for it at the minute. And it pains me to say that, to be honest, it does. We need to get more quality, we need to try and get more confidence into the team, but it wasn't the outcome that we wanted.
Not at all, and it looked like maybe they were going to turn it around. Of course, Lawrence Shankland scoring that penalty fairly early on, and then it ends up 1-1, and then they go through Jagiellonia 3-2 on aggregate, beating caretakers. McInnes had made the worst ever start of any Rangers managers from his first 3 games after last night. It's now the worst start from 4 games. I mean, I can't believe this, because he does seem like the perfect fit for Rangers, doesn't he? And it's tough, and he needs time. And Rangers is in a bit of a basket case just now as it is. So he needs time, he needs stability, he needs the fans on his side. But there's no time when you're in Glasgow. There's no time. You have to get off to a winning start, and I would imagine Rangers fans are not feeling it at all this morning. 03717 223344 Rangers fans, if you want to have your say, please go ahead. The phone lines are open. What do you make of all this, and do you stand by Derek McInnes? Is it still early? Is he the guy for you to turn it around? He is, of course, a Rangers man. He gets it, doesn't he? He understands what it's all about, and I would say that is first things first, so important. I mean, I heard Matt Hutchinson say there in the news, is he another Russell Martin? And he's just not, because Russell, I don't think, understood the goldfish bowl of being a manager in Glasgow. Derek McInnes 100% gets it, 100%. Where on earth do they go from here? Earlier on this week, former Rangers midfielder Andy Halliday joined the breakfast show and said this start to the season is same old Rangers.
I think it's more a case of deja vu. There's almost an element of disbelief at how this is happening again at Rangers. Another summer of hope and promise. Finally get the manager they want. Hopefully try and get another 10-15% out of players that are coming in. And after Celtic not being in great shakes last year, Rangers probably only felt they needed just a slight upgrade in last season to go and compete for the title. But it's another, not only are Rangers struggling to start games, they're struggling to start seasons, and 2 games into the league season and no wins already, and I think there's already kind of mounting pressure for the stands.
By the way, Andy Halliday on breakfast earlier this week, but there's a clip going round from last night. I don't know if you've seen this, Rangers fans, and where you stand on it, but saying that it's an unpopular opinion they should get James Tavernier on the phone. I mean, your man's just left a couple of months ago, and what was a shady send-off, I think the way that he left the club was almost a bit of a shame, considering how long that he'd been there and how much he'd put towards Rangers, saying that he is the guy that they need to bring back. I mean, where do you stand on that, Rangers fans? James Tavernier, really, is he the answer to come back and help things along? Stick around for the breakfast show this morning. We'll get Alan Brazil's thoughts on all of that, the situation at Ibrox. I'm sure I'm sure we'll try and hear from Ali McCoist at some point as well, or maybe he'll just continue on his fishing holiday like nothing happened. 03717 22 3344. Rangers fans, if you want to have your say, the floor is yours here on the Early Sports Breakfast. And it's been a strange old summer, hasn't it, for Michael Carrick and Manchester United. Just a few signings so far coming in the door, including Andre Santos from Chelsea, Yuri Tielemans, good business, but it's not been a lot for Manchester United. I don't think it's over yet. Don't forget, United this season have Champions League football to deal with. Michael Carrick spoke yesterday about the need for more signings and welcoming back Marcus Rashford.
The unique part of it was that last season, if you like, not playing as many games or nowhere near as many games as we would like. Since I came to this club all them years ago, you're kind of used to playing a lot of games. The boys over the last few years have been used to playing a lot of games in different competitions. If anything, last season was a challenge for that. To be honest, we're really calm. We're just treated like anybody else coming into the group, and there's obviously this slight twist that he knows the club as well as anybody, and that's a real positive. And I know we've got history, but I've got history with a number of the players as well.
Michael Carrick there. You would think there's more to come. I would hope that there's more to come as well. I mean, there's always been a focus around Baliba, hasn't there? And our Alex Crook, our football correspondent, our transfer expert as well, he's been saying keep an eye on that, keep tabs on Baliba, whether he would be able to come in the door as well. It's an interesting one. Back page of the Sun and the Times, they have that Carrick wants 2 more signings, a left back and another central midfielder. United have been linked as well with Arsenal's Miles Lewis-Skelly this week, who can play both of those positions. But talkSPORT understands that deal seems unlikely. So how are Manchester United shaping up then for the season ahead? Now, we heard Jason Cundy, didn't we, say Chelsea, it's going to be Chelsea this season, not having European football, just focusing on the league. I think Chelsea look very strong on paper getting into the new season, and I wouldn't sleep on Manchester United either. I don't know if I'm just a wee bit blinkered, but former United goalkeeper Ben Foster said on Wednesday that if Man United can win the league, it's due to getting another striker in. But what does the former United captain Steve Bruce think? Here he was yesterday on talkSPORT.
Well, a foray into Europe would be fantastic. The big thing Michael had in his advantage last year was Man U were knocked out the FA Cup and the League Cup very, very quickly. They didn't have any Europe, so they played 40 games last year. To be successful, you're going to have to play 60 odd. So there is a different kettle of fish, So have they got the squad in depth? Let's hope so. Can they get into Europe would be, for me, the big challenge. And of course, ultimately, if you're the Man United manager, ultimately you've got to be pushing to win the league eventually. Hopefully after a couple of years, they're clamouring to give Michael a new deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, everybody speaks so highly of him. He seems like he's the right man to take them forward, but it's tough, isn't it, in Manchester United? I think he needs a couple more just to back him up in terms of signings coming in the door. And what is it, 19 days to go in the transfer window? It does seem like they still have time. And we know big Jim Ratcliffe, he won't be shedding out the money too quickly. He'll be waiting for a deal. I've been asked here to give a quick prediction for Manchester United. Top four. Take that. Yesterday, actually, the boys on breakfast get stuck into this when it came to giving predictions about Manchester United. Here's Jeff Stelling and Gabby Agbonlahor.
Another 1 or 2 players in Man United in with a shout at the title. What do you think, Gabby?
No, I think Champions League will take a lot out of that squad of players. I look at right backs, Mazraoui, Dalot, not good enough. Centre backs, they need cover there as well. Shesko, listen, he done okay last season, double figures. He's got to be at it this season. They've got a very good squad of players, Jeff, but if they don't get 2 or 3 top players in certain roles, I don't think they can fight for the title. I think top 4 again and get out of the group stage of the Champions League will be a very good season.
Yeah, I mean, they've not been too busy in the transfer market, to say the least. They've brought in Yuri Tielemans, they've brought in Andre Santos.
Yep, Jeff Stelling there. He's back with you on Monday on talkSPORT Breakfast. Manchester United fans, you can have your say. 03717 223344. Bad night for Rangers in Europe. They are out of the Europa League to Jagiellonia, who were called the Wi-Fi password, weren't they? And now they've been trolling Rangers at Ibrox, looking to join the Wi-Fi. Oh, it's not a good look. Somebody's called Derek McInnes Derek McWinless on the text 81089. That's not funny. It's actually disrespectful. Okay, it's kind of funny. It's not the time to laugh. Okay. We're asking about Rodri. He's been on a Ryanair flight last night. He's won everything. Guy's a Ballon d'Or and he's flying Ryanair. That's what we like to hear. Have you ever met a celebrity on a plane? 810 89 03717 223344 is the number. You're listening to Early Sports Breakfast on talkSPORT. It's Shebahn Aherne. We're sponsored by Costa Express. You can get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply. Up next, we'll get the Friday back pages of the papers. Good morning.
talkSPORT reporter Max Scott has sent the callers crazy. He has done his top 10 clubs in Britain. Have a listen if you missed it. The highlights of it are there is no Chelsea and Tottenham in the top 10. Celtic are above Arsenal. Forest are 5th above Villa in 6th. No Rangers. So let's head to the phone lines now and get your thoughts on 03717 223344. Clive is a Chelsea fan, and before we say it, Clive, Chelsea is a big club for me, a big, big club. Morning, Clive.
Morning, Clive.
Morning. This guy's an idiot. I mean, he's going back saying about Brian Clough and Forest. Yeah, that's what they won then. But if you go back, he's saying, I mean, I'm a Chelsea supporter and they're a big club. But saying Man City weren't big before now is ridiculous. You remember Man City in the 60s, Franny Lee, Mike Summerby, they were a big
Colin
club.
Bell.
Always a big club.
Colin Bell, yeah.
What a player. What a player. You know what I'm saying? He's picking a little bit of history. You can't say Forest are in the top 10 clubs.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Well, when I think of Clive, when I think of big clubs, I think of support, travelling support.
Yeah.
You know, been up there with great players and challenging Europe. Maybe not necessarily winning it, but you know, they're big clubs to me. That's
right. Yeah, big clubs. Man City's always been a big club. Chelsea's always been a big club.
Good morning to you. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. If you're wrapping up the night shift or just getting going, it's good to be with you here. Early Sports Breakfast on talkSPORT. My name's Shebahn. Coming up for you at 6 o'clock this morning, the return of Alan Brazil and his best friend Ray Parlour. Lots to come up for you here on talkSPORT today, and then the return of live football tonight from the Championship. Wolves take on Blackburn and the curtain raiser for the Championship season ahead, exclusively for you here on talkSPORT. A couple of things you need to know this morning. Chelsea are loaning Benoit Badiashile to Italian club Napoli. The deal sees an initial fee of £2.5 million paid. Napoli have an option to buy the defender permanently in the future for around £23 million. PSG have an agreement with Barca to sign the man who scored the winning goal in the World Cup final. Ferran Torres, and former Manchester City striker, will cost Paris around £43 million. And also, Derek McInnes' 4 matches without a win now in charge of Rangers. His team were booed off after crashing out of the Europa League at Ibrox last night. Under pressure boss McInnes could not believe what he saw.
Yeah, I think it was justified, to be honest. It wasn't good enough. What we served up, particularly second half, wasn't good enough. We've got to be honest with that, I've got to own it. But for us to lose the goal where we do, where it's our set play madness, it's inexplicable how we don't make a foul, how we don't stop the flow of the attack.
He was not happy last night, and rightly so. 03717223344 is the number. Rangers fans, where do you go from here? Don't forget, you can watch talkSPORT now on the Samsung TV Plus if you've got one of those. Here, I don't even know what brand my TV is. Could be a Samsung TV Plus. Need to take a look at that when I go home. Or you can watch us on the talkSPORT YouTube channel as well. It's time now for our first phone-in of the day with Costa Express.
The Costa Call on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah, that time of the morning here on the Early Sports Breakfast, where it's up to you to take the floor and have your say in the biggest sporting stories of the day. We're talking about the situation at Ibrox. We've got William, the Rangers fan, with us this morning. Hi, William. How are you? Thanks for calling.
Hi, Shebahn, you okay?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you today?
A bit depressed after watching that last night, actually. Shebahn, just a quick question. Who seems to be making the decisions at Ibrox over signings and guys getting sold on and that? The point I want to make is James Tavernier, great servant to Rangers, was treated deplorable. His figures, goals, assists are unbelievable for that league. Let's face it, the Scottish League's not the best league just now, is it? And we treat him like that. And whoever who mentioned to get him back, I would have him back tomorrow. Another one, we had Cyril Dessers 2 seasons ago, 27 goals, top goal scorer in the league. Why do we sell him? Why don't we make the guy an offer to stay on? We then have Finlay Curtis. We then have Finlay Curtis on loan at Kilmarnock last season, makes the Scotland squad, starts wide left at the weekend, and then ends up playing right back when we get Rory McCrory on the bench. I just cannot believe some of the decisions which get happened at Ibrox, whether it's management or above management. I don't know what your thoughts are on this.
I agree with you on the Tavernier situation. I think the exit was so poor, and it almost, I actually think, William, I mean, not for you, probably not in your house, it almost went under the radar ever so slightly as well, because of the way the title kind of ended, with the Hearts could have won it on the last day and then didn't. I think it kind of went under the radar, and I didn't think that was fair on James Tavernier, because you're right, he was a servant to the club, he was your captain for how long, he kind of stepped up on the big moments as well, and he understood it. You know, he got it, he understood what was it like, but then again, were they looking and going, no, we need to improve things and change things, and they've not been able to do that.
I do get that. I do get improvement, but you've got to keep the guy about the place.
Yeah.
He's there because obviously Derek McKinnon's come in, he's signed Sharkland and Devlin's played, they know the Premier League. But James Tavernier knows the Premier League inside out. But I keep going back to it. We signed Chermeti for X amount of millions. Why are you letting the top goal scorer go in the SPL, Cyril Dessers? I know 27 goals, they probably missed 27 chances, but I've never heard their club selling a top goal scorer on.
I mean, that's it.
Made the price.
No, William, I hear you. I think you're making some very good points. Just quickly, before I let you go, is Derek McInnes the man? Are you standing by him to turn it around? He does need time.
At Rangers and Celtic, you and I both know you don't get time. I think this weekend at St Mirren's a massive game from, because obviously when the fans turn at Parkhead and Ibrox, the managers know they can't win. You know that yourself. You've got to win.
Yeah. All right.
No matter how you win, you've got to win.
Yeah. No, I hear you, William. Listen, that's a great call. Thank you so much. Have a good day. I hope it picks up.
Save yourself. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Best wishes. That's William there, the Rangers fan, having his say on the way things are at Ibrox. That was all thanks to Costa Express.
The Costa Call on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
You can keep the calls coming in on this, 03717223344 810 if you want to send a text message. I'll get to these very, very soon. We're going to get to the back pages now. Hello, Amelia. Sorry.
Flip me over and give me the hits. It's the Early Sports Breakfast back page review.
Butchered that. Pretend that never happened. Hi, Amelia Beltrow.
Hello, Shebahn Aherne. How are we?
So slick.
super smooth.
Yeah,
really great transition.
How are you?
I'm very, very well this morning. Right, should we talk about Man United?
Yes, so let's.
Yeah, I feel like we need to talk about it. So, Michael Carrick says he is very excited to have Marcus Rashford back in training. And I'm seeing Rashford's face on a lot of the back pages. Where would you have Rashford? You'd want him in.
Yep.
You think he'd be good there?
Take him back. Give him another chance.
Because Jamie O'Hara actually said he wouldn't mind if Tottenham got hold of Rashford. He said that he thinks that he'd be great. Obviously, he's on £350,000 a week, which is quite a lot of money. But Jamie O'Hara said, I think he'd be great, even though they are already after Savinho and Cody Gakpo Spurs. But I think, where do you think it stands as well with in terms of who else comes in to try and help out that Man United squad this season?
Firstly, with Marcus Rashford, it's up to him. It's up to nobody else now but him, and I think for a long time there's been a lot of noise about the people around him, maybe the advice that he's had in the past. There's been a lot on his shoulders, but I think to go away, he's done all right at Barcelona. It's not been the worst. He's still heavily involved wherever he goes. That to come back to Manchester, where he's from, grown up in that area, understanding how Manchester United works, it's up to him now to prove that he's matured and he's
You think
ready.
he's matured? He's ready to sort of like push back after.
You would hope so.
You'd hope so.
It's down to him now, and I think Michael Carrick will be great for him. And the amount of people, Amelia, who know Carrick well and who have known Rashford over the years, saying that this is a good match.
Yeah.
But it is up to him. It really is up to him. I do think we need another midfielder.
Yeah.
Baleba seems to be the one who's been linked for quite some time.
Mars Lewis-Skelly as well linked.
That seems to not be happening, but I would take him. I'd take him all day long.
Lewis Hall as well?
Lewis Hall I don't think will happen. Newcastle aren't letting him go. But Miles Lewis-Skelly I would be interested in, because Luke Shaw played every game last season. I think now Champions League football need a bit more support. So yes, I would like the sound of that.
Cool. Right, let's talk a little bit of... Sorry, I'm just going to move on quickly. Let's talk about a bit of Manchester City and Enzo Fernandez. So the word coming out of Chelsea yesterday is they've actually not received a single bid. They obviously want big money from him. They want 120 million. They have slapped a 5 p.m. deadline today. I mean, it is a bit of a stretch, really, thinking you're going to be able to get 120 for him. But I guess tensions are a bit tense between the two clubs, obviously, with Maresca going from Chelsea to Manchester City.
Yeah.
What do you take of it?
Well, Maresca loves him, doesn't he? Made him the captain and what have you. I think he's world class. I do. I think he's world class, and I don't think Chelsea would be the same without him. I think Chelsea would want to hold on to him. If they're getting 120 million, then maybe it's a different story. I think I'd like to see him stay at Chelsea.
Stay at Chelsea?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even if Manchester City managed to get the 60 mil from Barcelona for Rodri?
I just think he fits Chelsea. Jason Cundy said it earlier on in the week that he thinks Chelsea could win the Premier League this season. I think if they've got Enzo Fernandez, there's a better chance of that happening. Now, you're a Chelsea fan, so you don't want him going anywhere.
No, I don't want him to go, but I'm kind of in the position, if you want to go.
Yeah,
how can you rely on... Cause it's the same sort of the Marcus Rashford thing. How much do they actually want to stay and fight for the club and actually be there winning trophies if their heart's somewhere else?
Good point. I mean, he's done the flirting, hasn't he? Not too long ago, Real Madrid wasn't a good look. 120 million. They've got till 5 o'clock today for that to happen if Man City want him. Amelia, thank you very much. You're back with us a little bit later on. You're listening to the Early Sports Breakfast here on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Coming up next, we'll get into the front pages and celebrate the return of the EFL. It's back tonight. No VAR! Hey! Who's winning the title?
Don't know. I don't know. I want to know what you think of this, because I haven't got a clue. I really haven't. I think it's one of the most hardest calls to make we've had in recent years.
The thing is about Manchester City, I wonder without Pep how different it'll be.
Yeah, and if they lose Rodri.
Exactly. You wonder what it's going to be like, but then you never write them off. Arsenal, I think, look like the most complete team.
Gabriel injured though for 5 months.
For 5 months.
And Trossard going out. I don't like the Trossard
sale. I really don't. I think he's such a big, influential player for them. I can't believe they've sold him.
I know, but then Guimaraes came on in.
Big signing. Like him a lot.
But then I also look at Manchester United and I wonder, but Chelsea, I think, Jason's right. I don't think we should be sleeping on it at all.
No. We could have a 5 or 6 horse race this season. Yeah. That would be incredible. It really would. I don't want to see somebody run away with it.
Go on then, though. But Jason looked down the camera and delivered that it will be Chelsea.
I know.
So who is it, Ben? Put your neck on the line.
I'm going to say Man United. I do. I think Man United. I think the last season's form has set into motion a style of play and an expectation of what them players have to deliver week in, week out for Manchester United.
But they've got Champions League. They're back in Champions League.
They're back in Champions League.
I think they've got enough.
I think if they can add another one or two, Man United are definitely within a shout. But they need to add 1 or 2 big uns. But the problem nowadays is if you're going to add 1 or 2 big uns, then it's 200 million quid.
Mm-hmm.
Liverpool need a couple big uns.
However, I mean, we do know that Manchester United look like they have something left to spend. there, how you doing today? It's Friday, you're listening to the Early Sports Breakfast here on talkSPORT. 6 o'clock this morning, Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour getting stuck into the weekend's football. Lots of championship action on the talkSPORT network for you. Looking forward to that. Some of your headlines: Hearts put in a face-saving display as they drew with Benfica 1-1 last night, but they do go out of the Europa League qualifiers 7-2. Thomas Magnusson was the Hearts goal scorer last night. In other news, Amy Hunt, shout out to her, she's on all the back pages today. She won the sprint double after taking the 200 metres at the European Athletics Championships in Birmingham, and she adds to her 100 metres success earlier on in the week. And also, retiring referee Anthony Taylor has been speaking about the online abuse he has suffered. He's quit as a Premier League official to take up a job in Turkey after 20 years in English football. Taylor says pundits, including former referees, must also show responsibility.
Continually criticising, continually giving negativity without any kind of balance. It doesn't matter whether it's an ex-referee or an ex-player in the media. Without offering any other balance, any other kind of positive redress, then that adds to the toxicity.
Yeah, I mean, as a referee, an official, at the moment, I mean, where do you really turn to and say, yeah, great job? They don't really get enough of it. I actually thought at the World Cup there were some really decent refereeing performances, and you actually did hear the commentators talk about that, but I do think here in this country it is toxic, innit? It's toxic. If it doesn't go your way, it is meltdown mode, and particularly when it comes to social media, it is vile, some of the things that you see. So yeah, good luck to Anthony Taylor. Fingers crossed for him moving forward in the future, and I hope he's peaceful with everything in terms of his new job. More on that story on our website at talksport.com. Just some of these texts coming in. Hi to Alan, the Rangers fan out in Zagreb. He says, unfortunately things for Rangers have not started well, but I find a few strange decisions. This is similar to what William was saying, the Rangers caller earlier on the Early Sports Breakfast. He says, why not bust a gut to get Mikey Moore? Can't believe he would rather go to Cologne. What about Tierney? He should have been brought back even last season when he wanted to come back. We need Shanklin to step up and start putting some chances away. I think Lawrence Shanklin will get there again, time, but it has been a bad start. Rangers fans not happy this morning, as is your manager, Derek McInnes, out of Europe. Let's focus on the EFL, shall we? Waiting in the wings. Finally over for EFL fans. It's back tonight, starting on talkSPORT with Blackburn going to Molineux.
And the talkSPORT network is your home of the EFL throughout the season.
Jimenez with a header. Oh, it's brilliant. Powerful header from Raul Jimenez. Heading back across goal. It's in. It's in. And Blackburn back-to-back wins. They are back in the Championship. Bolton 4, Stockport 1.
Gotta love the EFL. Just got to.
Britain's ball in, right-footed efforts in. What a start. It's Middlesbrough that take the lead.
Lincoln get the ball into the box. Oh my goodness me. It's 1-0.
Looks for Birmingham. Has scored.
Larin shoots. Larin scores. And as quick as a flash, Southampton out of nowhere have got a goal.
And the cross deflected goes in to give Burnley the lead. Going into the area. Oh, Jared Bowen at his very best.
A superb advert for the EFL.
Yes, indeed it is. It should be an absolute cracker in the conversation of the new playoff system with the Championship. We're speaking to Sam Morsey, who's now at Blackburn, yesterday, and him saying he thinks most teams will be looking and say, if I can get that 8th place spot, there's a chance of going up to the Premier League. That's what the Championship's looking like this season. We had a bit of an EFL special throughout the day yesterday here on talkSPORT. Our breakfast guru, breakfast host, EFL guru, Jeff Stelling gave his predictions for the champ.
I'm going to go for Middlesbrough to win the league. They have spent, Steve Gibson, I don't know where he keeps digging into his pockets, £36.5 million so far. A lot of money for the Championship. Will Lancashire hopefully we'll get goals from Radek Vitek, a signing goal from Manchester United. They've got a couple of Americans, Carl Joseph. I think this will be Borough's year, like the manager, Kim Hellberg, a lot as well. And I think Wolves might go up automatically too. I think they might need to spend again. You've got a lot of experience in Kieran Trippier and Raul Jimenez. And you saw Raul Jimenez at the World Cup. He looks well capable of still scoring goals in the Championship, doesn't he?
100% with the right service.
Yeah. I would have changed that. West Ham I've got in the playoffs. I think they've lost too many and not enough incoming, so I've got them in the playoffs. But I tell you what, if they sign Troy Parrott and Jamie Vardy, then I'll flip that round with Wolves, you know. Yeah. So, but that's an if.
Jeff's telling there and his thoughts on the Championship. I think it's going to be West Ham to win it all day long. You just look at their squad; it's unbelievable compared to some of the teams in the Championship. It almost seems a wee bit unfair. I mean, it's not unfair, it is what it is. But West Ham look incredibly strong on paper. I think it'll be them who wins the Championship this season. We mentioned Blackburn back in action tonight, aren't they? Wolves, Blackburn live in the Championship, 8 o'clock here on talkSPORT. Now, I don't know if you've seen this. It's the best thing. You know when you just see a manager talk about something other than football and I'm like, oh wow, look at that, he has another life. Tony Mowbray, the Blackburn manager, returning to the dugout, recovering from cancer. He had a really bad time recently and everyone's buzzing to see him back and looking well and in a good place. But yesterday at the EFL launch day, Tony Mowbray was asked to blind rank 5 chocolate bars. Do you know what blind ranking is? This is where someone throws out a chocolate bar, but you don't know the order they're coming out in, and you've got to give them a number between 1 and 5. 5 being worst, 1 being the best, right? You with me? So here's Tony Mowbray going viral on blind ranking chocolate bars.
Snickers, right, 4, 2. I can eat a full box of Maltesers any day. Yeah, addictive, yeah.
Mars bar.
3.
Rebels.
Revels, I've got so many packets of Revels in my garage at home. I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of family Revels. I've maybe got 400 bags of family Revels at home through people sending them to me. So, oh, listen, I was going to say Malteser there. I always like the Malteser, but orange has always been my favourite, to be honest. It's so, yeah, I just like you don't really know what you got coming. I would eat something different than Revels, if that makes sense, because when you get... Dairy
Milk was the last thing on the...
Dairy Milk, it was in...
I think last year had 5, so Dairy Milk's coming in at 5.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I do like Dairy Milk.
So wait a minute, you put Revels in at number 1? I mean, no, Tony. No, you can't. I think Revels are so overrated, but I do love Tony Mowbray. So enough said on that. But the detail, I mean, this is cut down to like 45 seconds. This is like a 4-minute clip of Tony Mowbray talking about having 400 packets of Revels in his garage. He's been sent over the year. You really get into it. Good morning to Darren. He says top 5 chocolate bars. And at number 5, they've got a picnic. 4 Star Bar, 3 Mars Bar, 2 Snickers, 1 Marathon. Darren, that sounds like we couldn't be a couple. I couldn't. If you brought me home one of them, out the door. Where the hell is Ripple in all of this conversation? Oh, I could smash a Ripple right now. Galaxy Caramel is another one. Honestly, see, some days I'm just like, when you're just in the car and you think pulling at the petrol station, can of Red Bull and a Galaxy Caramel. Judge me all you want, I don't care. Milky Way, also get that in there. Crunchy, all-time favourite, and a dime bar. Yeah, that's a lot of sugar, is it, in a dime bar? So I'm going to rank this. I'm going to put Milky Way at number 5 on my list. Crunchy, I don't even know why it's on my list. I don't like them. Give that number 4. I'm going to put a Ripple has to be at number 1 because it's the way that chocolate melts. If you've dipped it in at the cup of tea, it runs off it. Okay? Number 2, I'm putting in a Galaxy Caramel. Number 4, Dime Bar. Is that better than Mowbray's? Yeah, it's better than Mowbray's. Okay, great. We can move on then. You can have your say, 81089. Do you know what? I need to blind rank Alan Brazil on chocolate bars a little bit later on. Stay around for that. It's a slow news day. Time now for the front pages.
It's a front page throwdown.
Oh, what a move.
The front pages first on the early sports breakfast. talkSPORT.
Have you dipped the Ripple into the cup of tea and watched the chocolate run down it and then catch it in your mouth last minute?
I have done,
Oh.
yeah. So I'm personally a big fan of giant buttons.
Yeah.
Keeping them in the fridge. I have a
No!
Yes.
No,
you are not keeping them in the cupboard at this time of
Yes.
year. No.
People who
they melt and stick together.
Chocolate in the fridge is like keeping red wine in the fridge.
I don't think it's that outrageous.
It's not okay.
I really don't
It's
think
the
it's that.
stuff of psychopaths.
Then you leave it in the cupboard and it's melted. It's gone. It's wasted.
Guys, you three of you are all saying chocolate in the fridge.
You did not say that, producer Henry.
Freaks.
No, you agreed with me.
You're all freaks.
Yeah, I don't think we are.
You are. It's not
really
okay.
don't think we are.
It's room temperature stuff.
In the freezer, that's one thing. That's kind of crazy.
No, we're not keeping chocolate in the fridge, Amelia.
Well, we are.
Right.
And we're doing it.
Dave, are you married? No. Henry, you married? Amelia, you married?
Let's not go there.
Right. The three of you, come back to me when you've sussed out your personal lives. This is a big part of the factor here. You're keeping chocolate in the fridge.
What, are you saying I can't get a boyfriend because I keep chocolate in the fridge?
It might be part of the issue. I'm just saying, it's weird.
Oh, it's not weird. It's really not that weird.
Weird. Okay,
Anywho.
sorry, I've just got personally come for you all there, but
calling me single because I keep chocolate in the fridge. Crazy.
10:89 if you want to take Amelia on a date.
Right, we're going to move on.
I'm so sorry. Continue.
We're going to move on. Disney Plus, they're cooking up a storm basically for the new season. They're now going to put Gary Lineker's Stick to Football in TV format for Disney Plus.
Best show ever.
To rival his own podcast on Netflix.
Yep.
Plus, they're now going to also have a Stick to United.
Brilliant.
Starring Wayne Rooney.
And Mark Goldbridge.
And Mark Goldbridge, of course. And then it will then follow on to have The Real Roonies, which is basically going to be following up from that as well. So it's going to be a fly on the wall documentary following them as well. I mean, I think as well, there's cracking season for Wayne Rooney. After the punditry after the punditry of him at the World Cup, he was brilliant. Obviously, he had that iconic review of the halftime show, which was just sensational. I think as well in this kind of format, podcast format with Mark, I think it's going to be great.
Rooney's had a right glow up, by the way.
Yeah, hasn't he? We were discussing this yesterday.
Yeah, he looks really well. Whatever he's doing, it's working for him. But at the World Cup, he was so clear and so, I don't know, just confident in his message, because I watch Stick to Football all the time.
Yeah.
It's one of my favourite things to sit down and watch. And when Rooney's on, I often think he's very quiet. He doesn't have to say much, but there's big characters, big personalities there. He doesn't have to fight for airtime ever.
No.
He'll just sit and listen, which I also like as well.
Yeah.
But at the World Cup, I just thought he was outstanding. So I'll be watching this one as well. I'll add it to my list of things to do.
Nice. So which one are you watching first? Stick to Football, Stick to United? You got
Stick to Football first.
Stick to Football
Yeah,
first.
that's just, I do like the dynamic there. And then I'll watch Stick to United as well. And then I'll probably watch At Home with the Roonies and probably watch Josie again.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to get out more. Amelia, thank you very much. Yep, literally everyone's agreeing with me. No, they're not. A lot of people say...
Are they not? Are they agreeing with me?
Oh, it's kicked off. It's kicked off.
Come on.
You keep the fridge and the chocolate.
Keep the fridge and the chocolate. Keep the chocolate in the fridge, honey.
Someone just end it for me.
Pull the break.
That was horrible. Oh, kill me. Early breakfast on talkSPORT. Good morning.
Honestly, I've seen a few messages today and you go, yeah, that O'Hara and Gabby are talking rubbish, need to get rid of them. You know, Rory talks sense. I'm like, having a laugh.
Yeah, that was me. That was me saying that. Yeah. I've been commenting. I've been, God, those two have been terrible. Look at those two giggling away.
Brennan Johnson, listen, fair play to him. He had a little bite. And that's fine. Got no problem with a player having a bite back, because it's all part and parcel of working in the media, being a footballer. You're going to take criticism. He obviously didn't like the fact we said it was crap for crap. What he didn't realise, and I'm sure...
That's weird of him, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously he's not going to like that. But, it was only a bit of a laugh. But, I get it. People are going to... You can get the ump with things. I've been called crap plenty of times. Get called crap every single day of the week. Don't take it personal. All right? It is what it is. He has been crap.
Yeah, I think that's
like,
the point.
I'm sorry, but, I'm not saying he's a bad player. Anyone who plays Premier League football, anyone who does what he's done, fair play. Brilliant. Last season, Brennan Johnson was crap.
Yeah.
He would be the first to admit it. And hopefully he goes to Everton and he does all right. And Dwight McNeil goes the other way. I like Dwight McNeil. I think he's a good player. His stats is what we were talking about on the show, me and Gabby, were crap.
Yeah.
So there's no apology needed. I know Gabby bottled it like he always does.
He blamed you. He said it was you.
He tried to throw me under the bus. Not the first time. Won't be the last. But I'll stand by it.
Yeah.
Nothing against Brennan Johnson.
I think you're right.
He's got all the attributes to be a decent player.
Yeah, I think
last
you're right.
season, he was crap.
Good morning to you. You're listening to Early Sports Breakfast here on talkSPORT. It's Shebahn Aherne. Alan Brazil is here, as is Ray Parlour. Oh, they're prepping so hard today. They're out there having a pre-show meeting. Bless them. I wonder if maybe they're just talking about chocolate. I wonder if they keep their chocolate in the fridge. Thank you to everybody who's agreed with me that you don't put it in the fridge. That's weird, guys. Lee, we're on the same boat. Chocolate not in the fridge, sorry, no thanks. A lot of you sending your top 5 chocolate bars. Thank you for this. Mark Horn says keep it in the fridge. Chocolate in the fridge is best ever. Nothing worse than keeping chocolate at room temperature when it's 35 degrees. That's from Jama. Just a bag of mess. Chocolate and tomato sauce belong in the cupboard. Yeah, that's another one. See, people who put tomato sauce in the fridge. Freaks. Arna, he says, sorry, but you're clueless. If you've not drunk red wine chilled, go live in a hot country when it's 100 degrees. I thought red wine was meant to be warm. It is, yeah, it is meant to be warm. If you keep your chocolate in the fridge, your palate's not refined like mine, okay? That's the way it is at the end of the day. Just joking. It's great to have you all with us this morning. 81089. Hi Martin, Shebahn, you've dropped points with me, backing Amelia all the way here. Chocolate belongs in the fridge, it just tastes better. See, this is where right, we will move on because we are a sports show, but you know, a lot of people have got involved with this. And when you eat chocolate and it's cold, it takes away the taste of the chocolate because you're focusing on how cold it is. That's what it is. Okay? All right, that's what it is. Jasper agrees with me. DJ Jasper says it does belong in a cupboard, not a fridge. Thank you. Okay, moving on briefly, then we have to come back to this. We're giving you and 3 mates the chance to win the ultimate hospitality day out, the 250th Betfred St. Leger at Doncaster. You'll be at the table in the Home Straight restaurant, champagne on arrival, 3-course fine dining, and afternoon tea as well, plus 10 runners-up, 4-day festival passes. This is absolutely brilliant. You could be there at Doncaster, and it's going to be a great day out. All you have to do to get involved to win is text WIN to 83338. Text and online entries cost £2.50 plus your standard network rate, or call 0343 426 1590. That's 0343 426 1590. Your entries have to be in by 4 o'clock on the 17th of August. It's 18 plus, UK residents only. talkSPORT promotion with all of the terms and conditions on our website, talksportwin.com. So for your chance to win, text 83338 now. And by the way, it's not just the EFL back in action on talkSPORT this weekend. The Community Shield is out and about this Sunday.
A new season, a fresh start, but the same old intense rivalry renewed with more silverware at stake.
Arsenal receive the Premier League trophy. Martin Odegaard steps towards his teammates, throws back his head and lifts the trophy aloft.
It's a brilliant opportunity, I think, for Arsenal this year. I really do, mate. So by adding statement signings, I just think it adds to the power of your group, because everyone thinks, right, we need to go again.
Manchester City being the FA Cup winners of 2026, and the ticker tape explodes into the Wembley sky.
Enzo was there when we won the treble, so Enzo's a big part of that. Now he's come back to Manchester City, and you can see that the players that they're signing and the players that they've managed to keep, it's still Manchester City.
It's got that kind of Premier League warm-up vibe feel about it. Good. Whoever wins this shows a sign of what's to come at the Premier League this season. Arsenal take on Manchester City. It's in Cardiff at the Community Shield. Yes, we have it live here on talkSPORT. The Community Shield building up to the return of the Premier League. 3 o'clock here on talkSPORT on Sunday. What a game it's going to be. Arsenal have had a mixed pre-season. There'll be no Rice, but I expect Bruno Guimaraes to make his debut in an Arsenal shirt. As for City, it's Enzo Maresca's first game in charge, but they will be without the injured Rodri. Like I say, it's going to be live for you on talkSPORT this Sunday, but the live football starts here tonight. It's the curtain raiser on the new Championship season. 8 o'clock, Wolves take on Blackburn here on talkSPORT, and then Championship action rolls all weekend on the talkSPORT network. Bolton, Preston, 12:30 on Saturday, and then Game Day Live is here with Adrian Durham, going to round the grounds, all of the goals as they happen with the top team as and when it happens. You've got 3 o'clock kickoff, Middlesbrough Lincoln in the Championship on talkSPORT 2, and 5:30 Sheffield United take on Birmingham, also on talkSPORT 2. It's like it's never been away. We're building up to a brilliant weekend. Alan Brazil, Ray Parlour coming up on talkSPORT Breakfast. They've got EFL legend Neil Warnock, and of course getting both sides of that Community Shield this Sunday with Danny Mills and David Seaman. It's going to be a great show. talkSPORT Breakfast is on the way next. Have yourself a super Friday. Bye-bye.
Another one or two players in Man United in with a shout at the title. What do you think, Gabby?
No, I think Champions League will take a lot out of that squad of players. I look at right backs, Mazraoui, Dalot, not good enough. Centre backs, they need cover there as well. Shesko, listen, he done okay last season, double figures. He's got to be at it this season. They've got a very good squad of players, Jeff, but if they don't get 2 or 3 top players in certain roles, I don't think they can fight for the title. I think top 4 again and get out of the group stage of the Champions League will be a very good season.